All right, welcome back, folks. Segment number 2 here, and we're going to talk about the first 4 pro games. Terry, start it off here.
First game on the list is the Vikings. The Falcons going to the Vikings. Vikings are 4.5-point favorite. You know, these lines, speaking of the pros, in the college, there was a big difference there. The only game that changed was the Colts. Now the Colts line seems to have caught up with that change.
Finally.
Andrew Luck. But everything on the contest is almost identical to what it was 2 weeks ago. So Vikings are favored by 4.5 in the contest. They're favored by 4 on the sheet. I think these are tough. A lot of these games are tough. I'm going with the underdog here. I'll just straight out and say I'm taking the Falcons to win one here.
Wow. I'm going to go with Kirk Cousins and he was the Washington Redskins quarterback, but Kirk Cousins is at the Vikings. I like what he's doing. He's another year under that offense. I like that team all the way. I think Falcons are still in transition, and so I'm sticking with the Minnesota Vikings in this one.
All right. Vikings have a really good team. They could be in the NFC hunt for the Super Bowl. Seriously, they have a good team, especially in Minnesota. But Kirk Cousins, I don't know. I'm just on a hunch here. I'm going to go with Terry. I'm going to go with the Falcons and Matt Ryan here. They have a good offense. They can keep this close.
They can score.
They can score. It should be a high-scoring game, actually.
Okay.
Hey, next game is the Redskins at the Eagles.
Oh.
I'm sure you got more to say about this one.
Yeah,
Eagles,
we're going to let Davey go first.
Right,
I got to hear.
first here.
Eagles are an 8.5 point favorite on the contest. They are 9 right now on the board.
I'm probably going to eat my words here. The Eagles are going to win this game, but they're not going to cover the spread. Don't look for no easy game here from the Washington Redskins. I said last week on the show, the Redskins were in first place through 9 games last year. First place.
But they
not
had...
Dallas, not the Eagles. Don't get me wrong. Till they lost their starting quarterback. They have an established starting quarterback. Case Keenum's not the greatest, but he can get you through. This is a big rival game. Eagles will win the game 24-20, something like that. They're going to win the game, but they're not going to cover no ridiculous 9.5-point spread or 9-point spread. They're not.
Wow. So, how can you argue with that? I'm going to take the Redskins. You know, when you see Dave going against
Oh, my
the
gosh.
Eagles,
Okay.
I don't see it.
Okay, Terry?
although he did that once or twice in the
No, I was
past
1-1
years.
when I did it last
Okay.
year.
Okay, so here's the thing, folks. I was going to circle the Eagles all the way on this. Dave actually convinced me. Although, Dave, you told me to take the over in the game the other day, and it didn't pan out.
Well, not every win.
But,
For the majority, I do.
Dave,
all right.
you've convinced me that the Eagles will win the game like a 24-20. I, too, am going with the Redskins.
Hiding behind the points. All three of us. That makes it unanimous. Next game, we got the Bills going to the Jets, and the Jets at home are a 3.5-point favorite. Yeah, I think these teams are both, 500 at best. It's kind of a.
But I think they're moving in the right direction,
both
Terry.
moving in the right
They've got
direction.
2-year quarterbacks.
Who did
They
better
better
in the
soon move in the
offseason?
right direction and get New England out of the playoffs that's been there.
Well,
for the
wait a
last
minute. How
8
about the
years.
Bills? They got rid of Shady McCoy.
I think that was a good move.
You do?
And the Chiefs picked him up.
And the Chiefs did pick him up.
Well,
Well, that's
yeah.
because of Reed.
Reed
and
drafted him in Philadelphia.
Right. That's the only reason. So who you taking, Tara?
This is a coin toss, and my coin just landed on the Bills.
Okay. Well, folks, I was all over Josh Allen last year. Liked him when he was at Wyoming. I liked him at the Bills. I thought it took him a half a year to get in the swing of things. I thought of all the rookie quarterbacks, he was the best last year. And then I am taking the Buffalo Bills as well. I'm going with Terry on this one.
Well, this makes it unanimous. I'm on
Oh,
the
my
Bills.
gosh,
I don't
we're in
wanna say-
trouble.
I think they're going to have a good year. I think they could even make a wild card. They have a good team.
Well, it's 3 games so far that we're in.
I don't think we've ever
Up
done
on
3 games.
3, and we still got 4 games to go.
Mine are
Last
really
game of this
circles.
section here, we've got the Chiefs going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Chiefs are a 4.5-point favorite, and they're 4 on the board, so it's right where it was. Chiefs are expected to be possibly the best team in the NFL this year. I don't know.
Well, personally, I think that, yes, Patrick Mahomes was very good last year. Now the defenses have had a year to figure him out. I just don't see him being that spectacular this year. The sophomore jinx is going to hit this kid. And besides that, I have to
This
go
is his
with
third
Davies.
year, though. This is his third year.
Yeah, but it's his second year as a full-time starter.
Okay.
And I have to go with Davies' old quarterback of the Eagles, Nick Foles here. I think he's going to be just tremendous for the Jaguars. I'm taking the Jaguars at home and the points.
Boy, Jaguars at home. Again, coin toss here until I see a couple of games. Not that ever helps me. But I'm going to take the Chiefs laying the 4.5. I think they do have a solid team top to bottom.
Okay.
And I do think Mahomes won't have the kind of year. How many times you see a quarterback excel one year, then the defenses watch a lot of tape, they figure out what he does, and they kind of counteract.
Well, they figured out Kaepernick. They figured out Robert Griffin III.
I mentioned years ago.
Jameis Winston.
Dan Marino went to the Super Bowl as a rookie. He never
went back. Nope.
So,
but he still was good.
He was still good. Yeah, always a good quarterback.
Okay, I'm notorious for trends here. I like the Chiefs. No team in the NFL over the last 5 years starts off hotter. They're going to kill the Jacksonville Jaguars. Love Nick Foles, great kid. Love him to death. Brought us first Super Bowl in Philadelphia history. Love you. But you're not on Eagles anymore. I don't.
Oh, my gosh. It's hilarious.
Chiefs.
All right, folks. There you got it. So that's segment number 2. When we come back, we're going to talk about the last 3 games in our contest. And then guess what, folks? We get our picks of the week. All right, folks, welcome back to segment number 3 here. And this first game on the board is one that I cannot wait to hear what Terry has to say.
Well, of course, the Bungles are going to the Seattle Seahawks.
The Bungles. He calls me the Bungles again, Davey.
They're getting 9.5 points on the contest. They're 9.5 on the sheet. Is right where it should be, according to the bookie. I personally don't like laying 9.5 in the opening game, but
you're going to.
I'm going to. Yeah,
So
I'm definitely taking.
So wait a minute. Let me see if I get this right.
Really is
You're
right.
going to hide behind the points in the LSU game of 6.5, but yet you're not going to hide behind the points in the Seahawk-Bengal game. Is that correct?
Texas is a lot better than the Bungles. In fact,
Really?
If the Texans, we'll not get into that. I'm taking the Seahawks, laying the big wood on this one.
I think I got him on this one, Dave. I do. All right, folks, this is a no-brainer for me. Y'all know that I'm from Ohio. I'm a huge Bengal fan. Let me tell you something. Oh, I'll wait till my pick of the week. Bengals all the way on this one.
Okay, Dave, one
As
more.
much as it kills me, I have to go Bengals here. It's a big spread. It's opening day. That's why I like the Redskins, and same with the Bengals. It's opening day. These teams are excited. They're revved up. You're fired up that first half. Nerves set in. It's a big game. I know Seahawks, though. Seahawks are going to be in the playoffs, and now they got Clowney as a defensive end. That's going to be big. That's going to help you, Tim.
Oh, he's a bust.
For this game, I think they win by 7. I'm going to take the 9.5. It's too many on opening day.
Okay.
I'm not crazy about the spread either, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to handle the Bengals.
Okay.
What was that?
Nothing.
Okay. Next game is the Colts going to the Chargers. Again, this is where the
Yeah.
biggest shift in the line was. Prior to Andrew Luck's retirement, we came up with the 3.5, which is what it was. And now it's moved up to 6.5. So
It is. It's 6.5.
in theory, again, the good bet here is to take the Colts. They're getting plus 6.5 instead of plus 3. So I've done that on all but the Seahawks game. I'm gonna do it again here. Well, actually, the Seahawks didn't change. Those lines where I took the points is because I got a 2+ point advantage over the original spread. But here I'm taking the Colts.
Okay. Jacoby Brissett is terrible. Plain and simple. 4-11 does not impress me. The guy couldn't start for Lowry. I'm taking the Chargers, baby.
Well, I'm going to take the Chargers, but I don't know about if he can start for Lowry. He just got $30
I know, but it
million
sounded good,
for 2
Dave.
seasons. I'm going to take the Chargers and Phillip Rivers. I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that they're just good in San Diego too. Chargers have a good team. They
Yeah.
just can't win the big game.
Well, they're not in San Diego, though, technically. They're in Orange County.
Well, whatever.
Oh, you know what? I got that backwards. I'm taking the Chargers too. The advantage goes to the Chargers, not to the Colts.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, in our contest. So I guess that's all 3 of us on the same. I was reading.
So
No,
Terry
all 3 of us
changes
are on
his
the
tune,
Colts.
folks.
But again, I was wrong. I'm trying to go where the points are an advantage, and,
And
it's actually the other direction.
that is a distinct advantage.
Yes. So now they're only favored by 3.5. They can win by 4, and you still win.
Yeah,
Although
easily.
You wouldn't win your bet at 4,
Right.
5, or even 6. Okay, last game. Giants go to the Cowboys. Cowboys are a 7.5 point favorite. With that point spread there, it's kind of a hard one.
Also, now all of a sudden he's interested in this point spread, not in the Seahawk game, by gosh.
I just always go to the Seahawks. You guys know that. So.
They're
I'm
tough
gonna-
in Seattle.
I'm going to take the Cowboys at home. I don't like that half point. I'd love that a lot more at 7, which it is on the board. The half point hook might get me. These guys traditionally, the division better than anybody. Play
does.
each other tight.
Yes.
I just think the Cowboys have a better team.
Well, I'm going with the Giants. I told Davey last week that I felt that the the Giants and Eli Manning were going to have a solid year this year. Love the Giants to not only cover the spread, I think they can win the game outright.
Well, there'll be a couple.
Because they don't have Ezekiel Elliott.
And believe me, that's big for them.
That's big because Dak Prescott is not capable of winning the game by himself.
Well, Giants always play them tough every season. They play them tough. And no Zeke Elliott, there's a lot of dissension on this team you're not hearing about. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad. But it's common in Dallas. I'm taking the Giants in 7 and cross my fingers. I wouldn't bet on this game to save my life, though.
All right, Terry, it's time for our best bets of the week.
Why don't you guys go first? I don't really have a best bet yet.
Okay, well, I
don't feel that strongly about any of these.
Well, I do.
I can talk myself into the other side of each one of these games that I just selected pretty easily.
I love the Cincinnati Bengals in this game against the Seahawks. I don't think they're prepared. The Cincinnati Bengals have a new head coach. He came from the Rams. They were offensive-minded. They played very vanilla in the preseason whatsoever. They didn't show anything that they're going to – Seattle is going to be shocked. It's not the same defense as it used to be. Bengals will cover the spread and win the game outright.
That sounds awfully confident, but I don't buy it.
Well, that was a shocker.
All right, I'll go second, give Terry some time here, because mine's an easy one. I'm taking the Chiefs over the Jaguars. I don't care if the game's in Jacksonville or not. I'm going to go by the past couple seasons. I know Andy Reid starts out quick. They have Patrick Mahomes, probably MVP of the whole league. You got to go Jacksonville or Chiefs here minus the crummy 4.5 points. Easy one. Take the Chiefs.
Okay, and I'll take for my best bet the Chargers. Actually, even with the 6.5, I think the Chargers. You've got the Colts in disarray with that short notice, quit on Andrew Luck's part. And if I didn't take that, I'd be taking the Seahawks. So the weather's going to be nice. They're going to get ahead of the Bengals by a couple early.
Okay, so wait a minute.
Onto that list.
Okay, if we win this game, you got to promise me not to call them the Bungles anymore.
Okay. If you win the game, you're talking about
I don't even need to cover the spread. If I win the game, you can't. But if we do,
okay,
no more Bungles.
Yeah, I was in Reno
I can
on
get off easy there, Terry.
Friday, and a couple of guys were talking about how Purdue should have taken care of UNR really easily. It didn't work out.
Didn't work out at all.
The one guy had told me bet the house on Purdue. And
aren't you glad you didn't? You'd be homeless.
Called him up and said, "Good thing you don't have a house."
You'd be at the river down here at the Humboldt River living.
You never know what's going to happen in these games.
Hey, folks, don't forget, Monday night, we're going to have all kinds of giveaways all year long, starting this coming Monday, all right? We'll have the pretzels. Anton's cooking up some hot dog thing here. The beer will be flowing. Come down. Oh, and you only have a few more days until to sign up for the contest. So
get this in by Friday at midnight. You still got
Friday at midnight, okay? So for my buddy Dave, my buddy Terry, I'm Gary. Goodbye, everybody.